Hey, what's up, people? Welcome again to this channel where we do movie review. And to review movie today, it's going to be one amazing episode. So stay back, relax, and enjoy this episode. Today, the movie under review is drum rolling. You can guess, of course, is the one and only very popular movie called A Tribe Called Judah. Yes, that's our movie for today. That's the movie under review. Now, The Tribe Called Judah is a very excellent movie that a lot of people enjoyed watching. It was released on the 15th of December, year 2023, last year. And of course, it was written by Funke Akindele. But what many of you may not know is that that movie was co-written by two other people, Colin C. Okoli and I think it's Akintola Ishala. Yes, Akintola Ishala. They co-wrote that movie with Funke Akindele. But of course, it was solely directed and produced by Funke Akindele. And the runtime for the movie is 2 hours, 14 minutes. Okay, so let's get to the deal now. Let's use our lenses, the 7 lenses that we use to touchlight movies on this channel to review the movie. All right, let's get started. All right, people, let's get into it. Gather here, my members of Association of Movie Enthusiasts. Our number one yardstick we'll be using to review the movie A Tribe Called Judah is, of course, the element of drama in that movie. And let's start with the plot. The movie is about a single woman who had 5 children. Of course, the 5 children from 5 different fathers. And the funny thing about the movie is the 5 children are from fathers from different parts of the ethnic group in Nigeria. That's one of the beauty of the movie. So the tribe called A Tribe Called Judah kind of depicts every region of the country. That is, and the struggle of the single woman to raise her children, to be able to give them a better life, even though she was never a perfect woman herself. But of course, she did her best to raise her children. And for what happened later, what the children had to do to be able to help their mother, the family bond, and everything. So that is the plot of the story. And of course, the language in the movie is a perfect combination of the Wazobia language in the country and of course the use of English language. So they use Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba in the movie, and English was definitely the predominant language in the movie. So anyone who watches the movie, you can simply understand every bit of the movie. What's the genre of the movie? That may be a little hard to call because some might want to call it drama, but I think it's safer to say that the movie is just a social documentary, a social commentary on what single women go through in this society and how hard it is, especially if that single woman is not a well-to-do one, a strongly one, a strongly woman or a mother. So I think for me, the movie is more of a social documentary than other kind of genre you might want to call it. And then the theme of the movie, yes, Funke Akindele did a very good job there because you can hardly put one word as the theme of the movie because in the movie you have love, especially love between Ejiro and Testimony. That was a very good one. So there you also have the family bond, how the family got knitted together. Indeed, they were a whole tribe all by themselves. And of course, there is crime also in the movie. So for the theme, you can use all of this. And of course, let's hear you in the comment section what you think the theme of the movie should be. All right, that's it. And then lens number 2, people. Okay, lens number 2, we told you we'll be analyzing the characters in the movie. Yes, there are protagonists and antagonists in the movie. So let's start from the protagonist. And the major protagonist, or in fact, the only protagonist in that movie is the family of Jedediah. The family of Jedediah. Jedediah was played by Funke Akindele herself. Jedediah Judah was her name in the movie, and her entire family. They are the protagonist in the movie. They are the eldest child in that family is Jide Kene Achufose Emeka. He played Emeka in the movie, and he was the responsible child in the family, the oldest child, followed by Uze Usman. He played Adamu in the movie. He played the security guard guarding a plaza where Emeka also works. And the third, number 4 protagonist in the movie is Toby Toby Makinde. Of course, you can see their pictures there. Toby Makinde played Shino in the movie. He was the roughneck of the family, the one in the local parlance they call the tout. Is the cause trouble. Yes, that's another word you can call them, the cause trouble member of the family. And then there's also Timini Egbuson, who played the part of Bere. He was the light finger in the family, the kleptomania of the family, goes outside, pickpockets here and there. And the last but not the least, Olumide Oworu, who played the part of Ejiro, is the family brat, like the youngest child, the spoiled brat in the family. Those are the protagonists in the movie. And of course, let's go to the other side now, the antagonist character in the story. Yes, for the antagonist, yes, there are two major antagonists in the story. Number one of them is Uzo Arukwe, who played the part of Chigozie. He was the badass guy, the CEO of CK Furniture. You would never have imagined what he was capable of until much later in the story, in the movie. And I think the guy actually nailed his part very well, especially with his Ibotic accent. That was very excellent. I think he nailed the part as the antagonist in the movie. And of course, the second antagonist, this woman, doff your cap for her. She has always killed every movie she has ever appeared in. Inse Ipwe Etim is her name, and she played the part of Colette. She is the manager of CK Furniture, and of course, ended up to be the person who will rob the exact place she worked. As of course, collided with the Judah family when they went to rob the place. So that is a second major protagonist in the movie. Now, let's go to the lens number three in the movie, and we told you that's going to be the cinematography and the sound. In fact, I need to give this to Fuki Akindele. She did very excellent job with the cinematography. Every angle of view was captured in the shot. In fact, maybe I need to ask how many cameras they used to take that shot in that movie, because every angle was well captured. Everything was sweet in the movie. And then the image quality, though, I don't know, maybe because I didn't watch it on HD screen. So maybe you, our viewers, can talk about the image quality, but I don't think the image quality of that movie is that fantastic. But when it comes to the angle of view or camera angle, I think that was very nice. And the soundtrack, of course, the sound in the movie was very clear. There's no roughness in the sound. So the sound engineer or the sound manager of that movie did a very good job. The sounds were customized, especially the soundtrack. They were customized for every scene, unlike those days in Nigerian movie where the soundtrack alone can tell you everything about the movie, even if you do not watch it to the end. But this one was so nice. And something about the soundtrack, every part where they used that word, it gives the kind of effect that movie to that scene especially. So I think they did a very good job with that concept, calling at every scene. So that's a very nice one. Okay, so let's go to the fourth lens now, my people. All right, lens number four that we use to review movie on this channel, on this movie review channel, that is the graphics and special effects, the graphics of the movie and the special effect that's employed in the movie. Of course, that also is a very top-notch one she used there. Let's start from the shooting scene in the movie where they were in the mall, the robbery scene where they were shooting, pa, 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 pa. That was a very nice one acted there. Although, for me again, I think we still need to do a whole lot more. Funkakide need to work on that part of the shooting. When you're shooting bullet, it's hitting surfaces and you don't see the impact of the bullet on the surface. The only part I think she did a very excellent job, or the editor did very well, is where the car was shot, the car the children were running into, when the other gang shot Emeka, and of course the glass shattered. But in the mall, when they were shooting here and there, you do not see the impact of the people that were shot in the movie too. I think we can do better on how the blood, become visible on them. The special effect on the blood is not really there. But on the part of Emeka, of course, when Emeka was shot at the back, you see the blood splashed. You can see that. So that part was very excellent. So there are parts that are done very well. There are parts that also need more work. But for me, one of the special effects that I love so much about the movie was the scene where they were fighting during the robbery when the other gang met the Judah tribe and fighting ensued in the mall in the CK furniture. The destruction in that place really they made it so real if I thought they were not real. All the things they were destroying in the fighting, in the combat and physical action, those ones were very top notch. They made it look so real, and I think that's a up one for Funke Akindele there with that production. And one part that I think we also need to do more when it comes to special effect is the part where the people that is the friend who wanted to help them to escape, and when Chigoze's people were coming to come and stop them from traveling towards the end of this movie. You know, when they were coming in Elox and they threw out something for them to stop their vehicle, they all came out and poured acid on them. I think we need to do a lot more work on that. The special effect there is not 100%. Although it was shown that the acid was really hitting out on them, but how come you guys should look at how come the acid was really biting off and peeling, burning the skins, but the clothes they were wearing was not burning. I think not many people paid attention to that. So that is one of the things we need to take care of in special effect. But overall, I think that was a very good one. However, it's left to you guys. You can make your comment in the comment section and let us know what you think about the graphics and the special effects used in the movie. Let's go to the fifth lens now. Okay, lens number five, people. That's where we talk about the commendation for the movie. Yes, for me personally, I think there's a lot to commend about the movie. Number one, because it brought out the reality of our society, especially when it comes to disparity between the poor and the rich. The chairman and CEO of CK Furniture obviously was a very rich man who also was into money laundering, though, but he was a stingy man because Emeka saw all the money, yet nothing was coming down to him, especially when he found the money. He was expecting that the chairman would kind of grease his palm with something, but nothing. And that's why, if you remember, at the point where Emeka and his brothers were plotting to rob, the brothers were like, "Guy, are you dumb? You saw a dollar bill and you returned it. Who does that?" So it brought out the reality of today's society. And I think I love this kind of movie that brings out the heels of this society. And my other commendation for the movie is that it brings out the struggle of single motherhood in this country or in this part of the world. You know, it showed us how the woman was struggling. Even herself wants to be better, and she does a lot of good things for the people around her. But one way or the other, a lot of things pulls her down. And I think that is the reality of a lot of people in this society, even family people, not only single women or single parents in this society. You have a lot of things that pull you down, even when you want to do great things. And I have also this commendation for the movie, the family bond. I love the way family bond was portrayed in that movie. The brothers were sticking together through every thick and thin, every rough, rain, dry, and everything. They were together by all means. You know, it's a family that showed the extremes of behaviors. You know, Emeka was there, a very perfect guy, trying to live well, trying to be upright, and then the brothers on the extreme, you know, the rough riders, and so and despite all of that, they still kept together as one family. And of course, like I said, it's a movie that shows the struggling of Nigerian people, that shows the struggling of this present days, what people are going through in one way or the other. So I think I commend Funke Akindele for that, for trying to bring our society into drama and our production. And of course, if we have commendation for the movie, we should also have criticism for the movie. So our number six lens that we're using to review this movie is called criticism. Yes, we use criticism not because we are enemies of progress. Please don't get that twisted. We are not enemies of progress, but of course, for everything good, there's something can do better. After all, they say that the largest room in the world is room for improvement. So, what is there to criticize about this movie? Again, like I said, it's not because we are enemies of progress, but because we want to see what can be done better. So, my criticism, yours may differ from mine. So, kindly put yours in the comment section. Whatever you think is not done very well that can be improved upon in the movie. So, number one for me, my criticism is the characters and their age selection. I think Funke Akindele could have done better in either um, doing makeup that will match the age selection of the children, because at the if not that if you until you keep watching and go deeper into the movie before you can tell who is the youngest, who is the oldest, what is their the position according to birth, it's kind of get confusing at a point. So I think if age selection is looked into, or doing makeup to select the ages of the children and other characters, so that needs to be looked into. And of course, this other criticism I have, I don't know if I should actually call it a criticism, but for me, let me just use this as another criticism for the movie. Somehow, I think, again, this is my thinking, you may differ from it, so kindly put your own thoughts or your opinion in the comment section about the child that actually was the redneck in the family, the one that's like the guy that goes everywhere, the one that has the area boys group that does everything. Now, at the end of the movie, you notice that he was actually the one who saved the family. He was the one who saved the family because it was his gang, his group that came to provide protection for the tribe of Judah to be able to escape. So I don't know if Funke Akindele is endorsing hooliganism or endorsing activities of area boys, but I think a better perspective needs to be put into that. But wow, what can we say actually? Because in the Yoruba people in Nigeria, we always say that a bad child even has his own days. So somehow, when someone is always bad, perhaps there'll be one day they'll be useful for one thing. So I think that's probably what Funke Akindele was trying to portray. And again, I remember that there was a scene where the children, when they found out their mother was sick, and all of them were promising, they were pledging to be good children moving forward. So I think it's not really a bad idea, because well, if you look at it, you always have these people around one way or the other, but ultimately the motive and doing good is what is better for everyone. All right, so let's go to the final lens to rate this movie. Drum rolling. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my members of Association of Movie Enthusiasts, this is where you come in. The seventh lens that we use to rate movies on this channel, that is called rating itself. And you know what? That is your job to do, not mine actually. It's a job to rate the movie. So please go to the comment section. Let me see how you're going to rate this movie. Over 10, what are you giving the movie? That's your job now. So quickly, everyone, go to the comment section. Let's see what you're going to rate this movie, because I don't do that. You do that for me. Okay, thank you very much, people. That's it. But I think let me give you some other bonuses about A Tribe Called Judah in my own review. There's a plot twist to the story in the movie. There's a place. A plot twist is where your expectation was surpassed, or when the whole thing was turned around, or like when the movie become sweet, like they say. So for me, the plot twist in the movie is the point where Jedediah fell down. That's the mother. And that's when they discovered that she was sick. She has a terminal illness, of course, and she was going to be needing kidney transplant. And I think the movie kind of gets add a plot twist at that point. And of course, another plot twist in the movie is the point where Colette's gang arrived at the scene of the robbery. No one saw that coming at all. The robbery was going on, and boom, the other gang came to rob. So that was also another plot twist for me. And again, let me give you one more bonus. The climax of the movie. The climax of the movie is for me where where of course where Jedediah fell sick, and yes, the better one, Emeka's death. I think that was the peak of the movie for me. When the other gang came, the robbery was going on, and boom, when the Jedediah tribe, I mean, the Judah tribe was trying to escape, Emeka was shot from the back. And I think no one saw that coming. So that was a climax for me. And Funke Akindele did that well, that Emeka, being the first child, actually died in that movie. So that's it. And then what do you think is your own best scene? Let me mention my best scene in the movie. Let me see, what can I remember? Yes, my best scene in the movie. That is the part where they wanted to pray when Jedediah returned from the hospital and they wanted to pray as family. Was it Pero now? I mean, Pero who wanted to pray and he asked all of them to close their eyes and say, Mama, I got this. He wanted to pray and it was like the way he prayed and the way the brothers were looking, opening their eyes, like, what is this one saying? That, yeah, that scene, you can see that was my best scene. Oh yeah, it was Shinene, yeah, not Myra, Shinene, when she was praying after the mother came back from the hospital. That was my best scene. It really cracked me up a lot. That's my best scene. All right. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Okay, so that's it, people. Thank you so much for watching our movie review. Please make sure you comment, make sure you make your suggestion, make sure you like this video, and of course, you can share it. And of course, please remember to subscribe to this channel. You can click the notification button so that when the next review drops, you will be one of the first people to see it. So that's it. And of course, before we go, let me give the shout out to our production crew. Yes, this is a lot of credit to Aduratomi Media. Of course, they are the one taking charge of this. Aduratomi Media, you can see their contact in the bio of this movie for all your kind of events, whatever it is, still pictures, moving pictures. You can contact them and they will do a super and fantastic job for you. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Join us again in the next episode of Movie Review when we bring another movie your way and we are going to be discussing it together. Thank you.